In Apple Photos, you can pin collections, turn off these annoying previews, create an extra shared library, share images in high quality super fast, and much more. We are going to cover everything you actually need to know, so you don't have to scroll through your whole library just to find that one photo. Okay, let's start simple. Directly with the library. Tap the filter icon in the top right corner. Here you can sort your photos by recently added or date captured. And if you tap filter, you can choose which types of photos you want to see in the library. For example, tapping favorites will only show the photos you've marked as favorite. Let's take a step back. Another really helpful option is under view options. You can zoom in or out, enable the aspect ratio grid to see photos in the original format, and decide whether you want screenshots or shared files to appear in your library. The library is pretty straightforward. We'll get back to it later. But now, let's check out the collection tab. It lists all your collections like pinned, albums, people and pets, and a few others. Tap a section header to see an overview of everything inside it. Inside albums, for example, you see your albums, shared albums, and activity. You can also drag and drop them to rearrange them however you like. Back in the main collection view, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, you can also reorder the collections tab itself. Just hold the menu icon, drag a collection to the position you want, and tap done. That's it. You can also do that by tapping the more option in the top right. But you can also see there are a few more options. This is where you can change how your collections are shown. Using the three layout icons, you can choose whether the top collections appear larger, whether all collections are the same size, or whether they are all the same size but displayed larger overall. Show all and collapse all let you open or close all collections at once. And at the bottom, there's the usual reorder option. At the very top, you'll see pin collection. Think of them as your personal shortcut to any collection, album, or section you want. To edit them, tap edit right next to the heading. At the top, you'll see what's already pinned. You can remove items with the minus icon and delete, or drag the menu icon to change the order. Below that, you'll see a few suggestions that you can add with the plus icon. And all the way at the bottom, you can pick any collection or album to pin. Whether that's an album, a person, a trip, or something else. Super handy. If you're not a fan of that preview banner that pops up when you open a collection or album, you can easily turn it off. Just open any album, tap the filter icon in the bottom left, go to view options, and turn off large key photo. And while you're there, you can also filter what's shown in the collection or sort by newest first or oldest first. Sharing photos fast and high quality is usually harder than it should be. But not with this trick. Open a photo or video, tap the share button, look a bit down and select copy iCloud link. Now the link to this file is copied. When someone opens that link, they will see your photo or video like this and can tap save all to add them straight to their own library in full resolution. The link stays active for 1 month. And you can also tap your profile in the Photos app, and here on the iCloud links you'll see every link you shared or opened, how many photos are included, and how long they will stay available. Tap any link to view its contents again. I use this method all the time, but many people forget that sharing photos often include metadata. So next time you share something, tap options in the share menu. There you can choose whether to include location and select the format. Automatic, current, that's the original file type, or most compatible, which converts it to JPEG or MOV. You can also choose how you want to send it. And if you're using AirDrop or iCloud links, you can decide whether to include the original file with its edit history and metadata, or leave that out. Sharing photos can easily get messy, especially after a trip with family or friends. That's where shared albums really help. To set one up, tap albums at the top, switch to the shared tab, and hit the plus icon in the top right. From here you can add your photos, type in a name, and invite participants. Once you're done, tap create. And here's a quick tip. If you want to add more photos or even an entire album, just swipe over the photos and pull your finger down to select them all at once. But it doesn't end here. Let's look in the new created shared album. When you tap the more icon and then edit shared album, a new menu appears. Here you can rename the album, decide whether others can add photos, and choose if you want notifications when someone adds something new. Oh, and you can even turn on public website to make the album shareable through a link. And right below you'll see the link you can send. When someone opens it, it looks like this. Okay, back in this menu, you can also manage participants or delete the shared album entirely. To add more photos later, go back out, tap more, then add photos. Or simply tap the plus icon at the bottom. From there, you can add an optional comment, pick the album and tap post. Inside the album, you can also comment on photos or videos, or simply like them. For people closest to you, there's an even better option. Shared library. You can share it with up to 5 people. Once it's enabled in your gallery, you can tap the filter icon to switch between both libraries, personal library or just the shared library. When you open a photo, check the top right corner. 1 person means it's in the personal library. 2 people means it's in the shared one. And you can tap the icon to move the photo between the 2 libraries. Okay, now let's look in the camera app. In the camera app, the 2-person icon tells you where the new photo will go. If it's crossed out, it goes to your personal library. Tap it once and it will turn yellow. Now it will save the photo to the shared one. To set this up, go into the Photos app to the Collections tab, have your profile at the top right and scroll down to Shared Library. Or another way, head into the settings, scroll all the way down to Apps and scroll to Photos and tap here on Shared Libraries. The iPhone will walk you through the steps. And the person who creates the library will provide the iCloud storage for everyone's photos. One thing I use all the time and saves me a ton of scrolling are people and pets. Tap the header of the people and pets collection and you'll see groups at the top and individual people and pets below. First, let's go into groups. You'll see all your current ones and you can add a new group using the plus icon in the top right. Okay, go back 1 step and you can reorder people just by dragging and dropping. Or tap sort and pick sort by name. The plus icon at the top also lets you create a new group or add more people from the new faces your iPhone has recognized. Let's go out of there and tap on a person. Let's take Tim Cook. If we tap more and then profile, we can change his profile picture. Link a contact to the person, I've already done that, or review photos identified as Tim. When we're inside a collection, you'll see a play button. Let's take a closer look at that. And let's directly tap it. It plays an automatically generated video using your photos and clips from that collection. With the button in the bottom left, you can switch the music. And the one next to it lets you rearrange the order of the photos and videos. You can also add more with the plus icon or press and hold one to delete it. Go back once and on the more you can share the movie, add it to the favorites, manage the photo, edit the title, stream it via AirPlay or loop it. Okay, here are 5 quick tips. Tap the search icon to find photos by people, date, location, objects, text, numbers and more. And you can even combine multiple search terms. Open a photo and swipe up to add caption. You can search for that caption then later. I like to start mine with a hashtag. And I keep map in my pin collection so I can browse photos by place. Another way to open that map is to swipe up on a photo, tap its location and then tap show nearby photos to view that area. When you tap more on a photo, you can also hide it. In collections, there's a hidden album where those photos appear and it's protected with Face ID. Back in the library, touch and hold a photo, move it slightly, then switch apps with another finger and drop it, for example in a note. It will paste right in. For me, a big part of this is iCloud Photos. If you want a whole walkthrough through iCloud, I really recommend you this video or this one. See you next time. Bye bye.